Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616 and to my spoilers discussion for The Defenders. A link to the spoiler-free review is at the end of this video. Obviously spoilers ahead. So today I want to talk about why exactly I was a bit disappointed by the hand here, Misty Knight, some of the characters' futures, and of course Daredevil's fate. So as I said in my review, I was ultimately disappointed in the way the hand was portrayed here. That's not to say they were awful, just that I was hoping for a bit more. In Daredevil Season 2, we got a lot of hand members in full ninja garb, which was awesome, and what I was hoping to see here, but instead everyone in the hand just dresses like regular people, which is a bit disappointing. They just didn't look like the hand. But the main reason I was disappointed was I was hoping they'd go little bit further with a lot of the hand's elements from the comics, even if I didn't 100% expect them to. In the comics, the hand basically worships this demon called the Beast, and is always trying to bring it back. I was kind of hoping we'd see something like this here, in some way. I didn't think it would happen necessarily, just because bringing demons into this would probably be a bit too far for them, but then again, they do bring in dragons. In the end, here the hand is run by 5 people who are all seeking immortality from the substance you can get from dragon bones. They want this so they can live long enough to return to Kunlun. This isn't terrible by any means, it's interesting enough, and is a good way to pay respect to the hand's mystical roots while still staying kinda grounded. But I was kind of hoping for a bit more. For example, I figured maybe the hand was trying to bring back the Beast, and the Black Sky was just a person who could host it. But honestly, I'm still not quite sure what a Black Sky is, or even if it was all just something Alexandra made up. Regardless, it wasn't awful. I was just hoping for a little bit more. Also, it never quite felt like the entire city was at stake for me. Sure, we found out later that a large part of New York would collapse if the hand got all the dragon's bones, for some reason. But we didn't find out that until pretty much the climax. Before that, everyone's always talking about how the city is in imminent danger, but I just didn't quite feel it like they wanted me to because I simply didn't know what was going to happen to it. Was the hand going to invade? Were they going to blow it up? The hand is an awesome organization in the comics, and I'm not quite sure they were done 100% justice here. It could have been a little better, but it still wasn't poorly done by any means. During the climax, we see Bakuto cut off Misty's arm, so it seems like she will actually end up getting a bionic arm. We see her in a hospital that Colleen says Danny owns, so my original theory seems correct. A lot of people are saying this will be like the comics and Misty will get her arm from Stark Industries, but I simply don't think that's true. I think that Danny's going to use Rand Industries to make an arm for Misty, perhaps funding some kind of project to figure it out. It does make me wonder just what Misty's role in Luke Cage Season 2 will be, though. Speaking of which, we weren't really given any clues as to what's in store for Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, and all we were given for Iron Fist is that he seems to be a bit more at peace now, saying New York felt more like home. But of course, Kunlun is still missing. We never find out what that is. I read an interview of Marco Ramirez, the showrunner of The Defenders, and apparently even he doesn't know where the Iron Fist creators are going with that. But of course, the big shock ending was when Daredevil stayed down to try and save Elektra, and Midtown Circle was blown up above him with the rubble crashing down around them. Now, of course, we knew there's going to be a Daredevil Season 3, so to reveal at the very end that he's still alive wasn't completely shocking. What's interesting, though, is how exactly he got out. It'll be interesting to see. And then where he is. We see him laying in a bed, being tended to by a nun, who tells someone off screen to let Maggie know he's awake. Maggie, of course, is Daredevil's mother in the comics, and this shot is actually ripped straight out of the Born Again storyline, which seems to indicate we could see that in Daredevil Season 3. I'm very interested to see just how Matt got from being deep underground to being treated by nuns, so I'm excited for Season 3. I'm also excited to learn just what happened to Elektra and Madame Gao. I'm pretty sure Madame Gao is dead, and honestly part of me kind of hopes she is. She's cool and all, but I'd like to see Daredevil and Iron Fist move on from her and the Hand following this, at least for a little while. As for Elektra, I very much doubt she's dead. If Matt made it out, then she probably did too. And in fact, I'd be willing to bet she was the one who brought him to the nuns somehow. So it looks like she'll probably be returning for Daredevil Season 3. Overall, I'm pretty excited to see what's in store for Marvel and Netflix, and I was very happy with the Defenders. Sure, I think the hand could have been done a little better, but as I said in my review, at the end of the day, I thought it was great. But what do you guys think about the hand, Misty, Daredevil, or anything from the Defenders? Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor, terrorize the jam like troops in Pakistan, swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider-Man. So tick tock and keep ticking, when I get you flipping.